Ha! Okay, so official Vallaki gaming today. Okay, so yeah, let's start. Let's start so we can finish early because I still have duty later. Okay, so hello guys. Hello. Hello world.
Hello.
So I'm your dungeon master today. I keep on forgetting to introduce myself. I'm Drew. And yeah, we're a group of med school friends and fellow medical professions. Yeah, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Um, Currently, the NerdHerd is in Barrovia, so we are playing Curse of Strahd, and we usually play other games, but for now, yeah, playing Curse of Strahd. And what else? Please like, subscribe, and follow us uh, for more funds. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our players. First and foremost, can I call on EJ to introduce his character? Hi, EJ.
Good evening. Hello. I'm EJ. So my character's name is Tanuki. It's a blood hunter and a beast shifter.
Okay, so that's EJ. And then Ozzy, Makapan.
Hi everyone. Tonight I'll be playing two characters. One is Ozzy, the lovable bard, and second character is Maki, the strong, silent type monk.
And
So
last but
yeah.
not least, for now, Ali.
Hi, good evening, guys. My character's name is Samuel. He's a Dragonborn Paladin.
So we also have another character. His name is RB, and he is a Genasi who is a Bardlock currently. He's a Bardlock. So he took Warlock level 1 last campaign.
Hmm, nag-bard luck din siya.
Yeah. And he wants to be more in tune with his inner demons now. Okay, so that's it for now. I guess we'll have four players playing, and I will be recapping the story last game. So last game, our heroes woke up next beside the Lake Zarovich on their way to Vallaki. Samuel finds the tree devoid of Morgantha, the hag that he tied and bound and gagged. So somehow the hag escaped. Instead, she left behind a note clutched by a doll from Blinsky, whose name is Muriel. So written in blood, uh, I released Auntie Morganta for you. She said, bring the eye to Cyrus W. She will keep her promise. As this happened, the professor was still dreaming as well. He finds himself in the same dark circular room where there is a pedestal, and on the pedestal is the soul bag that the hag Morgantha owns. He didn't eat the pastry from within the bag and stepped away. So at that time, he woke up and um, yeah, he woke up drenched in sweat. So the party started to traverse their way onwards to Vallaki. Before that, Maki went to the lake and she tried to see if there's still that blinking that she saw across the lake, but to no avail. She didn't feel it, but instead she felt like she was watched by someone. So as they started to traverse their way onwards to Vallaki, Maki heard screams, while Tanuki, with his keen wolf sense, smelled blood. Rushing to the scene, they find a familiar carriage owned by Vasily von Holtz that was stopped in the center of the road. They see a zombie eating a horse carcass. And then on top of the carriage, they see a winged figure. Irina also noticed a flying woman 100 feet above. So with the group's efforts, they slew the zombie and the revenant, saving Vasily and his horse, as the winged woman, who was hurt by Irina and Maki, flew away, cursing and screaming. Vasily informed that he was on his way to fetch the group, but was suddenly attacked by the creatures um, on the carriage. Thankful enough, he offered them to go back to Vallaki. So Samuel questioned Vasily about the bastion that he saw in his dream, while Maki also questioned Vasily about the mad mage across the lake. They found, yeah, he informed them. They found intel from that. As they reached the gates, they got a glimpse of Vallaki for the first time. They saw wolves on spikes, and they found out that apparently the town holds festivals mostly in a weekly or bi-monthly basis. Under Vasily's name and all his charm, they were able to enter Vallaki, but the mayor was informed. As they traversed town, Vasily introduced them to a number of places that they crossed. So yeah, they were able to see the Harisex stockyard. They saw the entrance to town square. And yeah, he gladly pointed the group to the church that's ahead of the Blue Water Inn. So Vasily dropped them off, saying that he will be heading to his mansion. And if the group needs him, just look for the mansion. As Ozzy and the party entered the pub, they met Danica Martikov, who took their orders. Ozzy gave Danica 5 gold pieces, and yeah, Ozzy, please deduct. I think it was 6 gold pieces and 2 silvers, because why was it? Because you also gave 1 gold piece to the 2 hunters, and you also ordered 2 rounds for them. So 2 silver pieces per round. One silver piece per round. So it's a total of 6 gold pieces and two silver. And also please deduct 1 dagger from Maki because she threw a dagger at the flying creature. And yeah. Wala na nakuha, balik ang dagger.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Danica pointed Ozzy to 2 hunters, naming Zoldar and Yevgeny. So because Ozzy was looking for Hela, and Zoldar and Yevgeny said that they were able to see a demonesque woman, along with Vistani people who were headed to the south of town, where there is a Vistani town near Vallaki. So after the exchange of information, the group was approached by the proprietor of the establishment, who was Erwin Martikov. So he thanks the party for giving out gold out of nowhere, in exchange for the food and drinks that was provided. And then, of course, knowing that they are travelers, Erwin took the opportunity to inform them that the wine stores of Blue Water Inn was actually dwindling. And the most recent delivery of wine from the vineyard has been halted somehow. So if the group may be able to find out the real reason, or may be able to solve the problem of the wine shortage, the Martikovs will gladly help them with whatever they can to aid, yeah, to whatever the party needs. Lastly, Erwin Martikov gave Samuel the family crest, the Martikovs, which was a golden coin embossed with a raven. So he said that this is our family's crest. And please give this or show this to the proprietor of the vineyard where you are headed. So it's a few miles west of West Vallaki. So yeah, you ask why or something. I think you ask why, and it's like he will know. You will know once you see the coin. So that's where we left the party. So yeah, the party is currently in Blue Water Inn. So you can see the ground floor of the Blue Water Inn. You are currently in the ground floor, so I'm going to share a brief description of the room, the top room where you're in. So from the entrance, you see damp cloaks hanging from pegs, the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden stairs that hugs the north wall. So on the north wall, there's a wooden stairs. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room with dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. So in the filigree in the walls and along the balconies, you can see wooden carvings of ravens. So there are raven carvings on around the room. So I think their main feel of the place is like a raven's note. Currently in the room, Yevgeny and Zoldar. So this is where Yevgeny and Zoldar are seated. So the party is here. And there are two drunk teenagers here. And I guess that's all the people in the people gambling are in this table.
I'm bleeding.
So there are a few randos like gambling in one table. There are drunk teenagers on the near the entrance. And then the party is in the long table on the northern part of the tap room. So yeah, I'm going to Tanuki, can you please do a perception check?
No. 11.
11 lang,
Oh,
plus perception.
teka lang.
Kita niyo mo itong mga marking. Okay.
So, other
14.
14. So with a 14, you can't really say where, pero with your very keen wolf scent, your very keen wolf nose, you could pick up a fellow lycanthrope within the area or within the building. Not lycanthrope, lycanthrope. So at this point, I think Erwin was still talking to Ozzy and Samuel. So Erwin was like, do you have any more questions regarding my issue? So as I said, you can sleep on it. So if you want, I might give you rooms for tonight here in my establishment. Yeah, we have rooms upstairs if you want to uh, stay in town for tonight.
We
I think
we shall update user Erwin.
Yes,
But
they said.
first, I think we have to replenish our because we're very famished as of the moment.
Oh yeah, you haven't eaten yet. Go back.
Lunchtime, you know?
Yeah, this was lunchtime. You can go back to your tables now. I'm so sorry for keeping you. Um. Yeah. I'm hoping that we could solve this problem within this week because if the problem gets to next week, we might not have any more wine to. As you know, but like wine is the only thing that keeps people sane in these parts. It's a huge cultural thing for us. Like wine symbolizes hope for Barrovia, so I guess, and without that, it might be chaotic. That's why I'm not telling anyone about this problem except for my family. Ozzy, you were about to say something.
I was just gonna thank him for his time and the
Oh.
offer to help in exchange for gold. And I will think about it.
Okay, I will.
And what time is it of the day?
It's around lunchtime, so lunch was
Lunchtime.
served to the people, to you.
Can I ask Erwin one last thing?
Yes,
If
friend.
if someone is going to go to the Svalich Woods, do they go around or do they go across the Lake Zarovich?
What do you mean, Lake Zarovich? There is no path actually crossing the lake.
I mean, can people have a boat or something?
There are boats there. There is a boat house north, up above the the lake gate.
Mm, okay.
Why? Do you have interest?
Nothing. Isn't it that for I look at Ozzy that Hella is somewhere in the Svalich Woods, Nandor? No?
No,
If I
actually,
remember right,
yes,
if I remember
Ozzy.
right, she's in the southern part of the
That's Western.
right, the southern part. So I think we have to cut through the woods to get there. Am I right, DM? Sakto ba? I believe
Um,
na siya sa
As what you've
southern ba
heard
to?
from Zoldar and
Evgeny.
Yevgeny, Hela came along with the Vistanis on
Hmm,
the western side of Vallaki. So it's
western.
after the Sunset Gate. Yeah, there is a small
Along the
Vallaki,
road.
but the problem is it's not reachable in the road. So it's on the west, but you have to go inside the forest. I think I could show the Vallaki map again. Okay, so
I remember the if it's the western, the south, the Sunset Gate, it should be here, di ba? Makita niyo akong
this,
kwan?
I'll just
Here.
point it to you because if you show this to Yevgeny and Zoldar, he will identify that this is the Vistani camp.
I see.
Okay. So it's not that far.
It's within the Svalik woods, not on the road, not being traversed by the road.
Can
Okay.
we estimate how long would it take to go there? Like within the day lang?
Probably 3 hours, 2 hours walk.
I mean, with all due respect, I'm not asking you guys to come with me. But if you would, that would be I would appreciate it, and it would be safer. But if not, I would understand. And right now, my priority is Hella. I feel like I have to find her. If I can't find her now, It feels like she's going farther and farther away.
I tell Ozzy that ever since we left from village of Barrovia, we have encountered a lot of challenges. So I think going alone shouldn't be an option, and we should stick together. And since I think between among us, you have the most utmost thing to do. I think our group should talk it over lunch how we should go about our personal interests. But yeah, it should remain that we should stay together.
And
Yeah,
Irina,
I
are
wouldn't say.
you on the table? Are you talking while
Probably.
lunch? So at this point, Irina was like, "Are we going to another adventure, or
Yes,
am I coming with you?"
if you want to. Especially that we still haven't fulfilled the promise, the task your brother gave us that we should take you to rest. Rest?
Yeah, probably you could. There is, based on what you remember, the goal of Ismark is to keep Irina safe. So if you could find a place that could house her for the moment, if you don't want her tagging around and being a target for attacks, you might want to consider a place for her to stay at the moment.
Then upon remembering that, I will try to.
You might remember you remember that I think as what Ozzy saw during the battle last time, Irina was targeted by the fly creature. Probably the reason why you were attacked.
So I will take into consideration.
She was
to
not
find
chased away by Maki. Probably she would have attacked too.
Yeah.
Since we're going to drop off the two children to the priest. Wala pa man sila drop off, di ba?
Nala pa, the children are with you guys eating.
So I also mental note that I will inquire the priest if, if there's a reliable person in Crest to house Irina. Then I will suggest the group to talk over lunch what we will do for the rest of the afternoon.
Okay.
I want to ask the group if there's anything that we have to do in this town before we set off. Me, I just have to find Hella. That's my goal from the start. And if she's in this town, I have to go to her. But do you
we will,
have any other
but
things you
I
want to do?
tell Ozzy that, but we will be first checking the Blistanic camp, right? Because that's where Yevgeny and was told that she might be there.
Yeah.
So we would also take into consideration the time of the day since it's already noon, and probably we might. What do you want, Ozzy? Do you want to depart now towards that camp, or do you want to depart tomorrow morning? Because if I will have to tell everyone that earlier I divine sense and I sense some undead around within 60 feet of this establishment. So even in this town being populated by human beings, there are many undeads that surrounds us. So danger still lurks around. So that's why I'm asking you if you want to leave now or you want to leave tomorrow morning.
I mean, if we left now, and as Yevgeny said, it's about 3 to 4 hours, we'd be there by sundown, and we could set camp there, knowing their hospitality. I think they would welcome us.
Okay,
And
that should be the plan. We'll drop off the children to the ang ano ba ang sorry ang katubang barag ang di ba ang katong priest kaya wala man siya sa church mismo.
What do you mean?
Katong
Priest kay maagian ninyo actually.
Bernil siya wala man siya sa church mismo, no?
He's in the church. In St. Andrews.
So we'll drop by the children and to the priest, give them
I
some
think we should
gold.
also put Irina at the church, so after we're done with the Vistani camp, we can come back and restock for the journey ahead.
I think I would suggest that I think we should tag along arena. It's not that I don't trust this town. It's just that who knows if we leave
Should be
around
safer with us.
yeah. It's not that I don't trust this town. It's just that I think she should be safer with us.
Oh wait, who said that? Who asked that? Yeah. Ozzy remembers. You remember that the Vistanis. That's on the. Was it? Was it Ozzy? I think when he was talking to Zoldar and Yevgeny, Yevgeny mentioned that Vistanis aren't welcome in town, right? And they are known to be Strahd worshippers. Like the Vistanis around are probably in cahoots with Strahd.
Oh,
So I think that would be an important thing that you'd remember.
Ozzy will remember that.
So at
So I
this
guess
point,
we should just eat.
so at this point, you are all eating, and Zoldar and Yevgeny starts to stand up, and they're done drinking, and they do approach you. They do approach Ozzy, and he's like, "Okay, friend, we are about to depart. Thank you for giving me your gold, and thank you for your very the rounds that you gave us."
It is my pleasure. You know what they say, a friend gained is never a friend lost.
And yeah, they tip their hat as if they have hats. They bow to you a bit, and they leave the establishment.
And I join our group and we have lunch. We discuss our next plan of action.
So at this
Yeah.
point, the two boys in down at the chairs that I've mentioned, the two boys here, one of them stands up and he's very drunk and like yes, and he goes here probably where Maki is sitting, and he trips on Maki's feet. Like I think Maki was sitting like very very man-like. Like nakagawa siyang tiil and something, and then the boy suddenly trips on Maki, and the boy falls down, and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he stands up to Maki, and he's about to make a confrontation on Maki.
How old is the kid?
He's around in his teens.
In his teens?
Yeah.
Na-trip siya sa akong foot?
Na-trip siya sa foot ni Maki, yeah.
Okay. I stand up and is he bigger than me? I mean, Maki stands up.
He's around Maki's height. Maki is human size, diba? He's compared to this guy. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So yeah, one of them, probably the lankier and taller one, like trips on Maki and he's like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" And you notice that he's drunk already at this time of day. And yeah, and are you a punk, huh, little boy? She calls Maki that.
Upon seeing this, and before I make sure that before Maki reacts, I also stand up and try to grab the kanang back sa shirt bitaw of the guy, of the boy. Then very calmly but very with authority na voice na you shouldn't mess with her. Something very loud na voice, you shouldn't mess with her. Then I tell Maki, can you check your can you check your wallets first?
At this moment, what is Maki doing?
Do you have any lost?
Yeah, she checks.
What would she
Uh,
do?
she checks the boy. Like, I mean,
Like I think the boy like grasps Maki by the sleeve, and she's like, "Hey, what's wrong with you, little boy?"
Maki is amused that there's someone brazen enough to confront her, and
And he thinks that Maki's a guy.
yeah, and at this point, Nana si
Well,
Samuel,
Someone, I think, yeah, Samuel said that. And what did Maki do?
and he's still holding on to my shirt.
Yeah, he's doing that, and he's just angry. And one of them is like, hey, Nikolai, stop, Nikolai. Like the other guy was saying, dude, you're already drunk. And Nikolai is like, this little boy is acting like a punk. You're a punk, huh?
Here, Maki would look the kid down in the eye and would say, "Listen to your brother. He seems smart."
You're just
And
we'll try to
I will
slowly
check
work
my belongings,
working towards
Samuel said.
pull ang person away from Maki.
yeah. I think this time, Nicola, like the other brother approaches you guys and Nikolai's, they're clearly travelers. They're experienced. They're stronger than us. And the Nikolai was like, "You're travelers. Well, you should have told me because travelers are very cool. We like travelers."
I don't say anything but I still grab onto his shirt. Nara siya if mag ano siya mag.
Yeah, I check my belongings. How's my coin purse?
Ah,
My
yeah,
coin
make an
pouch.
intimidation check.
Intimidation with advantage.
Yeah, you check your coin pouch. Everything is with you. As you look at them, they seem like they don't look poor. They look like they could afford things. And at this point, Danica arrives at the scene and she's like, what, boys, what are you doing? Are you picking fights again? Come on, Carl, Nikolai, move away." And they're like, "Oh, we just found out that they're travelers. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys might be cool."
21 akong ka-intimidation.
Yeah, probably after Samuel intimidating, and they see that Samuel's wearing full plate armor, and they see all your weapons, they realized in a drunken state that you party are capable and rich looking, and they're like, "Oh, we're very sorry. We're just we're just two drunk boys, two drunk teens minding our business. You're travelers. Like, can you tell us stories about your travels?"
I still don't let go of the katong guy nga.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm still holding him.
Yeah, the lanky one, the tall, obnoxiously faced lanky guy.
As Ozzy, I approach and say, "Oh, stories, you say. Now, where do I begin? Would you like to buy us a drink so that there's no hard feelings? Especially my friend Maki over here."
The handsome one, Carl, he's like the handsome one. I like, oh yeah, Danica, give them drinks. We're very sorry for Nikolai. Yes, my name is Carl, and this is my brother Nikolai Walker. We're both locals here in this town, and yeah, we would like to hear about your stories.
And
Yeah,
I say,
Danica was like,
"Yeah."
well, more money for me. She gets money. She gets drinks for everyone. Another round for everyone.
Yeah, I just I say, yeah, gather around. Let me tell you about the story. And I talk about my adventures before, before I met these guys. The time when Hela and our old friend Elrock faced off a cult. Yeah, the very first adventure.
The very first adventure.
Yeah,
Our first adventure. So yeah, you
yeah,
recount the stories of Ozzy, Hella, and Elrak going into a cave, fighting a bunch of dragon worshipping cultists. Uh,
yeah.
so they are amazed that you are. Now, kindly make a performance check as you do that. And I presume Samuel already let him go.
The whole time, the whole just say caller.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is
Okay.
Tanuki doing anything? Are you doing something, Tanuki?
I want to approach Orwin Martikov, and I just want to ask regarding Binsky.
Okay. So yeah, at this point, while this is happening, Tanuki stands up and approaches. Erwin is actually in the kitchen. Are you going to enter the kitchen?
Okay, pidapan.
Okay. Make a. Are you? Unsa man? Murag are magsulod ka sa kitchen? Will like
Uh,
derecho, or are you going to slink
just I
your
want
way
to check
in?
na lang. I just want to check first.
At this point, Danica is serving the room, so wala kayo tao galok around. Wala kayo. Si Danica is the only waitress around. So while everything's happening, while Nikolai and Carl was talking to Maki, Samuel, and Ozzy, wala kayo nagpay attention sa imuha at the moment. Well, with your stealthy persona.
Okay, I would like to approach the waitress.
Mo approach ka
And
sa.
Mr.
Kaya at this point, ang waitress kay ginatry pa niya o storya si Nikolai and Carl.
Please, Erwin na lang, Erwin.
Sumusulod ka sa kitchen.
Oh,
Okay. So this is while everything's happening. At this point, as you enter the kitchen, I'm going to tell you what you see. Yeah, so you enter the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. As you enter, this room looks like, yeah, the kitchen of someone who loves to cook. It has piles of pots, walls lined with utensils, and shelves of ingredients. All the manner of pleasant odors. You see two lanterns hanging above a sturdy pine work table in the middle of the clutter. A pot of soup bubbles on the hearth. You see Erwin standing here. He's chopping ingredients. And you notice him talking to someone or something on the windowsill. And so, as you draw nearer, are you trying to be stealthy, Tanuki?
oh,
And try to what? Listen in?
listen lang.
Okay. So probably with the conversation, you just hear it quite short, and um, Erwin was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Like seriously?" And you just hear tweeting. You hear squawking from the kitchen window, and as you draw nearer, kindly roll stealth, please.
11.
11 lang.
Oh,
Basic roll and then add your stealth.
Akong message na.
yeah, 5 plus 6.
Five, bruh. So probably at this moment, you just hear him say, please make sure that whatever it is, do not get intercepted by the Dark Lord. And you notice that the thing that's squawking in the window is a raven, and the raven squawks like what the story that raven sound? The raven like, and the raven flies away, and Erwin sees you, and he's like, "Oh, did you hear what I just said?"
None. I just want to thank you for the good food. And then I just want to ask something about the Binsky, if he knows.
What? What about Blitz?
Okay, I will show him the figurine.
Ah, please make a persuasion check.
18. 18.
18. Okay. You're talking about God of Blinsky. He looks at the figurines and he chuckles as the figurine changes shape from a humanoid to a skeletal figure. And it's like that the sense of humor of that guy is really one of a kind. Yes, his name is God of Blinsky, and you will find his toy shop just down, like just in front of, almost in front of our establishment. Yes, he's been making toys like this, and actually, one of our guests always brings food to him on a daily basis. So I'm quite thankful for Blinsky somehow because we earn from him.
Okay. And then I would like to ask if he knows the Hearthstone.
You show your Hearthstone to him.
No, that one I will not show. I just mention them.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard of these things. This is something magical, obviously. I'm not really fond of magic. You might ask people who are more keen about this stuff.
Oh.
But
Who are the people?
if you're looking for Blinsky toys, he will mark an area in town for you. So you give him your map, and then he marks Blinsky toys in the map where you can go to.
Okay. Lastly, is there there's something weird here? Like there's something smell na they don't
What are you talking about?
animal-like smell.
This place. What are you trying to tell him? You can smell like lycanthropy, or you can smell something creature like.
Oo.
I-state niyo mo that it smells like what? Animalistic.
Oo.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. So roll 2, take the lowest.
Mag-roll po ka another one ba?
Yeah. Take the lowest roll.
6.
6. Well, everyday hunters come in and out of this place, so obviously there will be animalist there. If this place will reek with the smell of dung and animals, so I guess you smelled something wrong.
Okay, that's all. I will just go outside.
Kindly make an insight check.
18. 19.
He's he's not telling you the truth, or he's concealing something from you.
Okay. And just go back then sa table.
Okay.
And then
So
I will inform the team I saw him.
Yeah, I think as you sit on the table, as you sit on the table, at this point, I think you see Ozzy recounting tales of what happened before, and you see two drunk teenagers like amazed at the stories that this orc bard is saying. And Samuel, or are you doing something? Irina is busy feeding the children, and I think Maki is drinking right now. The professor is inquiring about the roads with Danica already.
I'll probably be just waiting for our lunch to finish because we have a timeline to keep up. And I remind Ozzy that, hey, don't sing too much, man. We still have to go to the Vistani camp. Kasi madala.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I was blabbering on, but you know what? When we come back, I will have more tales for you.
Well, if we're not here, please go to our place. Yeah, we live around the area. Just look for the Wachter residence.
Wak-
Double Vacta. Wachter. So they introduce themselves as Nikolai and Karl Wachter.
Pleasure to meet you, boys.
Yes, we will sing tales. We will tell everyone about how great you are as a bard.
You know what? A bard is a very good profession.
Yeah, once we get our lives straight, we might be a bard someday.
And I
Just
tell
think
them
about it.
all will be well.
Whatever. Whatever.
All will be well.
Yeah. We don't really care much about that mayor, about his ideology about all will be well. It's a stupid thing. To tell you the truth.
How many people does not sympathize with the mayor? I asked them in a very friendly manner.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because they're drunk.
I'm sure. Four of five.
4 and 5?
Ano siya? Parang persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion check.
Ano
Unless Ozzy was, Ozzy, are you helping in some way?
For
Yeah, sure.
proficient.
I,
What are you telling them? Because
10.
10? Like Samuel was asking if there's a lot of people in town who doesn't sympathize or doesn't really believe in that ideology.
I mean, it's my personal outlook, all will be well, but it doesn't have to be everyone's. Not everything is set in stone. Tomorrow might be shit. Who knows?
Okay. Make a persuasion check, Ozzy. Like one roll lang. Because Samuel rolled shit. Rolled 10.
It's natural 20.
Yeah. I guess when Samuel started talking, Nikolai was like, well, actually, the thing is, and Carl was like, dude, our mother will get angry. No, she doesn't really care. You know what? Our mother hates that mayor so much. Our mother is like, she's like the. Like at this time, Danica was listening intently, and Nikolai was like, our mother is actually one of the people in town who hates the mayor so much. So yes, if you really hate this mayor guy, you need to talk to our family. We will hook you up, dude.
Did someone try to usurp the mayor in any way before?
What?
Did someone try to usurp the mayor in any way before?
What?
Usurp.
Usurp, like,
Yeah.
well, it might not have happened yet, but one of these days, I guess. Like.
Yeah.
Well, anything could happen, right?
Yeah.
And Carl was like, dude, what are you saying? We will get into trouble. Well,
Don't
Nikolai,
worry.
a lot of people have been in trouble, you know? Like if you just say something like the wrong thing or just make the wrong attitude or make the wrong face in town, like you get you get attacked by Izek Strasny, like what the fuck? Like that Izek Strasny guy is like Satan in this town. Like
Who's
that mayor. What?
is I'm gonna name some mayor.
No,
What's is who is extract me? Is extract me?
Strasny.
Stasny.
Izek Strasny is like the mayor's guard dog. Once you see that guy, once you see a man with demon hands, like a man with a demon arm, steer clear of it because that guy is like the strongest guy in town. He can take anyone. He might be able to take like 50 guards.
Really?
Yes.
Is he a human
Very
being
powerful.
or
He's the only reason why this town is people are afraid of the mayor because he's the mayor's guard dog.
is he a real human being? Is a monster in this guy?
So Carl was like, well, actually, we don't really know. He's a human, but he's got an arm of a demon. And someone said that he could like throw fire with just his hand, but only one hand. He's got one demon of an arm.
Hmm. So how is he
Would I
related to?
know as a bard, lore bard, would I know of any like curse, or is it like hacked from a demon? Like what is this? What is this demon arm? Have I encountered it before?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
What did you ask?
Um, how is he related to the mayor? Why does he obey the mayor um why is he very loyal to the mayor?
Story said that he was taken he was adopted by the mayor as a boy. So I guess
It's more like a father-son relationship.
not really. Seeing the mayor is not really that fatherly.
Oh. Does
He was just raised, I guess.
do you know anyone that has he killed a lot of people already, or he just hurts people?
What?
Does he kill people or he just hurts them?
Kills people, I guess. I haven't seen it, but I've heard stories. There are people missing in town. All those extrajudicial killings, I don't know. There's a lot of people missing in town because of that mayor.
And all of them are enemies of the mayor, right?
You know, Carl, you need to stop talking. And another guy. There is a stern guy who enters the pub, and once Carl and Nikolai saw the man, they get spooked and they like, you need to go home now. Mama's gonna get angry.
Yeah, I think you should sleep over your drunkenness, and still have somewhere to go.
Okay, so this man sits at one corner and he opens a book and starts writing.
What does he look like?
Let me check.
I rolled
Yeah.
a
Sorry, what were you?
15.
For what?
Advantage. History sa kanang demon
Ah.
arm.
15.
Hmm.
There are humans. Well, you're not quite sure, but somehow devils or demons can have powers of transmutation, which could bestow certain abilities to humans.
Hmm. So it's not like
Well,
deal with the devil, something like
You've
that.
heard of warlocks, or probably it doesn't have to be a patron. It could be a curse, or it could be something that transmutates something. So probably he was cursed by a demon, his arm turned into devil's arm, and somehow he was able to produce fire at will.
So I tell that to the group. Perhaps
Regarding the guy who's sitting at the corner of the room, so at this point, Carl and Nikolai already left. This guy sits here and calls Danica. He just gestures at Danica and Danica nods. So I think he knows what Danica already knows what the usual order is. So this guy is a very stern looking man. Actually, I have a picture of it so that I do not have to discuss. The guy who entered the room looks like this.
Professor Snake vibes.
Yeah, actually very stern, and yeah, that's the guy who's sitting at the corner of the book. And he just opens a book and starts writing. He takes glances at you once in a while. And yeah, once Carl and Nikolai saw this man, they both left like in a hurry. Not really specific. I'm trying to look for a specific thing about this guy. Yeah, I know there's nothing written about him. So yeah, that's how he looks, and he just opens a book and starts writing. At some point, Irina brings a picture of wine for you. So as you start to finish off with your lunch.
So we finalize our plan to first drop off the children and then have go to the Vistani camp for Ozzy's interests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I asked the waitress, do you think the priest would be in the chapel in the church right now?
Yeah, Danica, you asked Danica.
Danica.
You mean Father Lucian? Yes, Father Lucian is always around. He stays there. He doesn't really go out much.
Sure. Do you think he would take these orphans in his care? We will give a few gold for.
Well, if that's the case, you need to talk to Father Lucian first because he's one of the directors of the orphanage.
Yeah, that we will do.
Yes.
So.
You look at the map in Vallaki, in Blue Water Inn. So there's a map in Blue Water Inn.
The center.
Yeah. This map is better. Actually, I didn't post the map that was actually in the tavern, but there are labels on this specific map. So the Blinsky Toys is here. This is Blinsky Toy. No, sorry, that's not Blinsky Toys. This is Blinsky Toys. This is the church. This is the chapel. Yeah. And this is the orphanage. If there's other specific areas that's written, that's important for the place, important things that's marked in the map. So that's the church. That's Blinsky. Dili na siya Blinsky. This is not Blinsky Toys. This is Blinsky Toys.
Those orphanage.
Abay na sa orphanage ang Blinsky Toys. This is, as I've mentioned earlier, this is Arisec's stockyard. This is the town square. Hi, Lilith.
Si Laszlo.
Ano Laszlo man? That's a new cat? Cat?
Also a new cat.
Yeah.
No, dito yung kinashare last time. I thought it was still Lilith. Lilith is ano man gray.
Yeah.
Ano yung cat?
Yeah, our second child.
Okay, yeah, so that's the places. So this is Blue Water Inn.
I think we should get rooms here ahead. We'll
Yeah, you see the professor talking to Irina about talking
Danica.
to Danica about it, and he's like, I'm already on it, and yeah, the Erwin already said that we are free for one night.
It's great.
And Professor was like, I will go up for today. If you don't mind, I will not come with you. I will stay in my room for this. Or, yeah, I'm going to wait for you to come back tonight. Are you coming back tonight?
Hopefully, but if we get stuck with our transactions or our run, we might have to stay camp outside.
Okay. So those are the places. I hope you noted it. So are you done with your lunch?
Yeah.
Tanuki, do you want to do anything else? Tanuki is being quiet as usual.
I will go upstairs.
You will go upstairs to the rooms for now.
Oh,
Are you going to leave your stuff or do something?
I will bring my
Okay.
stuff.
So this is the upper floor. So Danica was like, we have actually 3 rooms in total. 2 rooms is good for only 2 people, but 1 room is for 4 people. So it depends where you want to sleep. The professor decided to take 1 room. He went up and stayed. He decided to stay here. So apparently the rooms are outside the house, so you need to go out of the house. So out of the house in order to go up here.
We're side stairs beside the house.
So like outside the house, there's a stairs going up. So as you go up, as you enter this door, you will have a view of the top room downstairs.
Previous na ako sa
So yeah, so
I will go with the professor.
saan sa? Gusto
I'll
mo
go
ba?
with professor.
Ha?
I will go with professor.
They will have a sexy time with the
So
professor.
yeah, so Tanuki goes here. You will stay here. I think Maki will also go upstairs for just to check out the rooms.
Yeah.
So everyone, that I presume Danica is already touring the groups.
Yeah, probably go along.
So as you go up the stairs, you notice that the banister to the terrace going down to the top room, you notice like crows as its design. So na yung mga crows sa what do you call that? Nasa banister, bitaw ka ng hawiranan sa terrace. Na yung mga crow na mga wooden crow wooden crow
I asked Danica, so
sculptures.
Danica, I've been noticing a lot of crows.
I know, not crow, raven.
Ravens. Even the crest that you gave. Is there any symbolism to a raven?
Yes, that's actually my husband's family crest. And yes, that's our family crest. We made it our thing, the family.
Does it have any meaning? Like, for example, an elephant could mean our good memory or...
Well, you might have noticed when you look at above the roof outside the house, there's a ton of real life crows.
Okay.
So yeah, they usually nest in this inn. So that is why probably since this establishment has been owned by the Martikovs ever since. So I guess that's the reason why they took up crows as their family crest.
Are the ravens symbolizes like hope?
Ravens. So, crows.
Do they symbolize like a hope or dark omen? Because I don't know. Some people could think that they're omens or...
Would you like to persuade her?
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
10 plus 14.
Yeah. Well, crows somehow. Ravens say crows. I'm sorry, Marty Combs. I keep on saying crows. Ravens are actually they symbolize as keepers of the truth.
Keeper. Okay. Yeah, I think they're for an animal. They are considered very intelligent.
Well, based on history, like sometimes people use ravens in order to send messages, right? So somehow we keep the truth.
Can I perceive this? She's telling the truth.
Make an insight check.
17 plus something.
She's she's on she's truthful. She's truthful in a way, but she's not saying everything.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so I hope you get settled in your rooms. Your professor said you will stay in this room for now. Professor is like, yes, I will stay here for the whole day. Okay. And Tanuki will put some of his stuff on the bed next to the professor. Where would Ozzy, Samuel, and Maki stay?
I can stay
I think
anywhere.
Maki will get the twin
The
room.
big Hmm?
The
Together with
Maki will
you.
get the twin room, and she will
For
lock the door.
herself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what she'd do. She will keep this place all for herself.
Yeah.
So you and
Napas Irina.
Irina will. I
Stay
thought
with
you're
Maki.
planning to bring her to the temple.
Oh.
Or you want her to shack up here?
Um.
Yes, I
Knowing that some people will stay, so probably I'm gonna stay.
can stay here for a while, Irina said.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to come with you in the temple.
No, you can stay here since Professor will be here, so I think you'll also be safe.
Okay, so Irina will stay here for now.
Maki will allow it.
Oh my god, Kiki time with my sister. I'm so excited.
Irina comes in the room, Maki will exit.
Irina approaches Samuel and she's like, you know how thankful I am, right? That you helped me out.
Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're just helping your brother and you out, and you've been also good to us way back in your town. And I think you've suffered enough, and you deserve a chance, a fighting chance to whatever challenges you are facing.
You know, I would just like to tell you that during our fight earlier, yeah, you might have seen me use my crossbow for the first time. I'm so proud that I was able to hit that
Yeah.
bitchy flying woman. And I would just like to divulge this that my neck has been hurting the entire battle.
And then I asked her, has the pain been increasing this past few?
At some instances, it got painful. Like when I was with Strahd, it stung a bit, and during that battle, it stung again. Even while we were traveling from here to Vallaki, it was very painful. But
Yeah.
when we arrived here, it subsided.
So let's trust that for now, Irina. Then I asked her, how do you assess yourself right now?
I feel the same as
Then I pat her shoulder and look her in the eye, and you should trust that. You should trust yourself, and don't worry about any trouble because we will be here to help you out. Just tell us if you need something because we're your friends now. We're your companions, and if ever you have in trouble, just don't hesitate to call for help.
I might join you going to the church. Because
Yeah,
I need to make sure that these kids, she's holding the baby, that these kids will be taken care of.
yeah,
I presume they're not staying here with us, right?
yes.
Okay.
Can I ask the professor?
Okay.
No, can hey professor, can you at least accompany Irina and the kids? to the church. So at least there will be a buddy system.
Wait, a company professor will bring them to the church.
Professor will go with Irina to the church.
Well, where are you guys going?
How with us, bro?
Not for now. You're going together to the church and
Yeah.
go back to
Then them.
Blue Water in them.
Yeah, them.
Okay, the professor said, okay, whatever.
Well, you can at least ask the priest professor for any lore in this town, and I think you're up to that.
Yeah, actually, I'm really behind with my research on Vallaki. I haven't been researching a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
There might be some sacred text or anything, documents that is only exclusive to the church. So that might be of any help to you.
I agree. We're secretary. I guess if I were RV would be like, hey, wala naman na siya, di ba? Okay, I agree. Okay, so you guys settle for a bit and make the bed the way you want it for the night. At least you know where you're staying. As you go out of your rooms, looking across the tavern, the tap room, you will see another. This is another balcony. So you might presume that these rooms are meant for the people living in the house. So these are probably for a special guest or for them, for the family.
Just to clarify that there are no other guests being currently.
Are you going to ask Danica?
Yeah. Or is it?
We only have one guest besides you.
Okay.
And he's been staying here for almost a month now.
Is he also an adventurer or traveler?
We don't really say much about our guests. It's part of our contract, our privacy contract.
Well, since we are going to take a job for you in the future, I have a 1 silver coin to her.
But okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Well, it's not really prying, just making sure that we are safe in here. Persuasion? No, persuasion. 13.
Well, you gave a coin. And she's like, well, if you're thinking about your privacy and your safety, I just like to tell you that this other guest of ours is staying in a different room, so it's actually in our private quarters. It's in our private quarters, like it's not in your area. And you might meet this guest here.
So
he usually stays here later in the afternoon.
He's like a family guest.
He's like that now. I guess he's been staying a lot since. And he's actually a fun man. He's a bard.
A bard, say. Then I eye Ozzy. Then, well, I hope that we meet him.
Oh yeah, you are a bard, right? She looks at you. You are a bard, right? Forgot my accent. You're a bard, right?
My reputation precedes me. Yeah.
Well, you might meet our other guest later. He's been staying here for a month now. He's the only guest we have, other than you.
Is he also a bard?
Yes, he is. And I wouldn't say anything more because he's our guest. So I guess I need to keep his privacy as well. He usually comes here later in the afternoon to the evening. So just look around and you'll meet him. Okay, so that's everything in this place. So you go down and probably you start walking in town.
Yeah.
So you go out of the Blue Water Inn, and where are you headed?
Church.
You're not splitting up or anything?
Try not to split up.
For now, okay, everyone's going to go together. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move forward. Can someone everyone please roll a d20.
That's enough. Basta eight.
Yeah.
Roll 8 ako.
8.
Ozzy and Maki both rolled 17.
Tanuki,
Individually.
14 yun po.
14.
17, 17.
Okay, so it's Ozzy and Maki. Okay, so while you are walking around town, I presume Ozzy and Maki is not really beside each other, so you might have heard different things. But there are certain talks amongst people in town, so you might have heard something. Okay, so Ozzy, you heard a woman saying, "Oh my God, Mars,
Sa Facebook.
girl, south of this town, south of this village, has been abandoned for decades. Its burgomaster committed suicide. Can you believe it? Some terrible offense and incurred the wrath of Strahd. So all is well. All is well. This town hasn't been attacked by Strahd ever since. So I guess the mayor's right, right? We just need to be optimistic. We need to say all is well all the time. I wouldn't want Perez to be like Vallaki.
Is it
So
possible?
that's
Is
what
it
Ozzy,
possible
Ozzy heard.
as we're going through the town, and since the mayor didn't really leave a good taste on Ozzy's mouth, I spew some random bullshit about the mayor, like putting him in bad light. I heard the mayor is fun, harboring some
You
zombies.
can say that. You can do that.
Yeah, I do that as I pass, just
Wait, are you
whispers.
going to be mindful of guards?
Yeah, as we're going,
Okay.
I would do that.
So I presume at this road there's no guards around. What are you going to say?
I say stuff like, I heard that the mayor does some demonic rituals in his basement to stay in power. I say I heard that
Make,
the mayor is
make a
actually,
performance check. I guess probably while these two women are talking, you said that, you blurted that out.
yeah. I say that he's in cahoots with Strahd, and it's a 22 for performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22.
Okay, so as you said that both those women talking to each other, both of their eyes were
Mm.
like they were like automatic ano ba, automatic chismosa look.
Mm.
And they started talking and they like maybe maybe he's actually in cahoots with Strahd. That's why our city's not attacked. Anyway, all is well, I guess. So somehow they believe that thank God the mayor is with Strahd. And then Maki heard this.
Mm.
Yeah. Maki heard this man. This man said the burgomaster, Baron Vargas Valakovich, has decreed that the Festival of the Blazing Sun will be held in town square, probably in 2 weeks' time. So another festival. The previous festival, which he called the Wolsa Jamboree, was less than this week ago. So another festival in next week. Wow. I guess our town really is the town of festivals. So he said Baron Vargas Valakovich and the Festival of the Blazing Sun happening next week. So that's what Maki heard.
Okay.
So at this point, you moved on forward and you see a chapel. Chapel, not a church. So this is what you see, guys. I have pictures of everything. Except sa place na inyong atuan. That's why I'm actually a bit panicked. Because I didn't prepare for that. Do I have a picture of that? Naka-take a picture of that. Yes, I prepared. Yeah, so this is a picture of the church, the chapel. Artwork by James RPG Art. So shout out to you. Thank you for this. He really makes good pictures. So this is the church. This slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracks. Stained glass windows depicting pious saints, and a fenced wrought iron encloses garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves. So seeing this, you might have remembered the church that you saw in Barrovia. So somehow a chill runs down your spine because you remember what happened in that church.
After you said that about chill spine, I immediately activate my divine sense.
So as you activate your divine sense, within 60 feet, you don't feel any undead.
Okay, so I'm a bit comfortable.
So do you enter?
We knock on the door.
So there is an iron knocker in front. Unlike the picture that you see, the church currently has open doors. So as you saw the inside of the church, you see a row of pews. There's no other description of it. You see a row of pews, and currently in the middle of the altar, you see an old man currently preparing his things, probably for mass. There are two people inside the church praying silently among the pews. And you see an old man preparing his daily mass preparation. So this is what this man looks like. Sorry kung Christmas ang music. But I like this music. Yeah, so this man is in the middle of the chapel. And as what Miss Danica said, this is Father Lucian. In the middle of the chapel, probably Sam will sighs some relief because he sees the image of the morning Lord. And yeah. So is anyone doing anything? He's currently putting the chalice at the center of the mouth. He's wiping the table and making sure that everything's prepared for tonight.
I go to the near to Father Lucian and then sort of like bow and work on soldiers na kanang kneel down. Then announce myself. Greetings, Father. Within earshot lang akong distance.
Probably he sees you at around 30 feet and you bow in the middle of the chapel. He is shocked and he's, oh, my child, you do not have to bow for me.
As someone's doing that, I do a courtesy.
Okay.
I know how to act,
And I can imagine Maki's just to the back. Irina is at the back, just staring with the kids. And Father is like, "Oh, you carry a huge crowd with you. May the morning Lord bless you." As he looks at you have armaments now of the morning Lord of Latander. Welcome to my chapel. Are you a paladin?
I am, Father. It is this with great comfort that I am in the warm house of the great Latander, especially of the things that since we're travelers, we've seen lots of dark things, and being in here, it feels like I am in the warm presence of the morning Lord.
Oh, bless the high heavens. You must be a messenger from Lathander because we do need Lathander in these trying times.
Hopefully, Father, the that is a good sign. And before we get lost in this discussion, Father, we are here because we want to have a favor from you. We have saved children being almost victims to a hand before we arrived in Vallaki. Um, would it be would you be able to take them under your care?
As you said that, he starts to size up your party, and you see in his eyes a sense of recognition as he sees Irina Poliana
uh,
with you. And he is, Irina, is that you? And Irina's like, I'm sorry. You might have not remembered me, but I've seen you as a child. Why have you come to my church?
I interject that and I said, we have orders or more or less a friendly request from her brother to bring her as far away as from the
Village of Barrovia.
village of Barrovia. Probably we will be going to rest, Father, to seek refuge in that area.
Why? What happened? What happened, my child? Irina starts to clutch
I
her
think
neck.
that discussion should be on Irina's. I think that's.
Irina looks at you and
I tell Irina if you're comfortable to say that probably I asked Father if there's any private room that we can continue our discussion.
well, you are in the altar area, and then I presume the people who are praying are at the back pews, not in earshot. Um, no, we can talk here. Irina, what happened? And Irina bowed the bow of the Morning Lord. I do not remember you, but the fact that you remember me might be a sign from the gods. I have been afflicted. She shows her neck to Father Petrovich. That's Lucian Petrovich, by the way. If I haven't mentioned, this is Father Lucian Petrovich. Irina shows the bite marks on her neck, and Father Lucian was like, the Morning Lord, may the Morning Lord bless you. What happened? I have been attacked by a man of the night. I know this man. This is Strahd, right? Yes, Father. I'm afraid. Can I talk to the two of you privately? Again, behind, away from your group.
Then I nod to.
Would it be okay? Would it be okay? He says he talks to everyone else in the party to stay. The professor gets the child from Irina. The professor will hold the baby and the children as you've been taken to like the office of Father Petrovich. So it's okay. He looks at Ozzy if it's okay.
Yeah, no worries. I will just be here praying.
Tanuki, are you doing something?
And as I do that, I go to the back pews and just murmur. I continue to murmur false rumors about the mayor, how he's been eating
Let's
small
see
children.
if there's more people coming inside the church. Yeah, there's a couple coming inside the church to pray. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they overhear you talking about it. Probably you're telling a story to the children. And
Yeah,
yeah,
the mayor eats children that are lost at night. And
you're scaring the kids now.
The
don't want to stay in this town anymore. Anyway, yeah, so Tanuki, are you doing something?
I would like to use my king spell. If my any may
Something
mga
fishy?
there's all
Um, okay, make a perception check with advantage.
20.
20. You notice one of the churchgoers along the back of the pew, in the back pew. She's crying currently. But yeah, the thing that you remembered in Blue Water Inn, the smell, the distinct smell of shifters, the musk of the shifters that you perceived was gone now. So apparently it's just in the Blue Water Inn. But this woman, you just noticed with your keen sense, she's sobbing in one corner. She's crying uncontrollably.
No. I think I would like to inform that the team.
Are you going to tell Ozzy that the woman is crying? Okay. So Tanuki tells you there is a crying woman in one corner. She's clutching prayer beads. If there are prayer beads in this world, she's clutching it. She's crying. She's crying in one corner.
Should we go to her and ask what's wrong?
Tanuki.
Or
I think we should, yeah. It's the decent thing to do. And
Yeah.
I
But
urge
what is
Tanuki
Maki doing? What is Maki doing as Tanuki says that? What does Maki say?
I think Maki is just at the back of the church, keeping an eye on things,
Yeah,
sizing
the
people up,
doorway. He's at the doorway.
possible threats in the area.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So yeah, I Tanuki and I head to the crying lady,
Okay.
and I say, Penny, for your thoughts.
Okay, so this is a woman. I'll show this to you. I have pictures of everyone. So this is the crying woman. She looks plump and short, and she's not a dwarf, but she's small. She's probably in her 70s. She's like, I'm sorry, who are you?
We're
She looks
just
she's I think she's quite overwhelmed. Like after crying, and once her vision focused, she saw a half orc and a very bushy man approaching her. So probably she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Why are you here?
please don't worry. We are the new sacristan of this church. And we just saw you in distress and thought that we could ease your pain. Tell us what troubles you.
Oh, so you're asking her to tell her story. Make a persuasion check with
Persuasion.
ano na lang, flat persuasion check because you said you are a Christian, so it's like half persuasion, half deception.
Ano siya? Ano sa roll? Sorry.
Flat persuasion or flat deception.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's 28 persuasion.
Oh wow.
Akong roll
At this
80.
point with that roll, I think she loves you. And she starts to sob. And she's like doing that on your chest. I hate this. My only son has been taken. My name is
Taken by who?
My name is Wilhelmina Icaloba. And my son, Udo Lukovic, has been taken. He's been imprisoned by the mayor. Just because
What has
spoke something, he did something against the burgomaster. He's been held captive.
What was he accused of?
Malicious happiness. In the festival, during the festival, actually okay, actually during the Wolf's Head festival a few days ago, my son got arrested. My son Udo Lukovic was arrested for carrying a sign that suggested that the Wallachians should feed the Baron to the wolves. I know it was a very crude joke, but the mayor didn't take it kindly. Or actually,
What is the name of this baron?
Vargas Valakovic, that's the name of our burgomaster. Vargas. My son is just a simple man. He is just a shoemaker.
What prompted your son to actually...
You're with father. Very good.
Was he taken by Isaac?
Yes, Isaac was the one who took him. Nobody stands a chance with that scary person.
And I say, ease your troubles, honored elder. Pray to Lathander, and your prayers will be answered.
All is well. All is well. I know my son doesn't really believe in that thing, but I know there is something good about that ideology. I do believe that we need to maintain a positive attitude. I do pray that he will be released soon.
I turn to Tanuki. Brother Tanuki, do you have anything to add?
Brother,
Um,
naki-follow-up question?
none. Nothing.
Okay. Thank you so much. And yeah, Ozzy, you gained 1 point. Tanuki also gains 1 advantage for this, for your perception check. Okay, so as Samuel and Lucian and Irina go in a private quarter, the father says that I do know that you are here for solace, right? For protection. And Irina says, yes, my brother actually said that I need to go to a place where Strahd wouldn't attack. And this is a church of the morning, Lord. I do believe that Strahd wouldn't just go willy-nilly in a church like this. And Father Petrovich says, well, I do need to divulge something to you. This church is not as holy as you think it is. This church used to house an object, a very religious object that I do believe could prevent Strahd from entering this place, but it has been stolen recently.
How recent, Father?
I'm going to look it up. Actually, this church is the Church of Saint Andral. The bones of Saint Andral once rested under this altar, under the altars of this church. But the problem is it has been stolen for a few nights ago. Someone broke inside this chapel and stole the bones. 3 nights ago. Someone stole the bones of Saint Andral under the altar of this chapel. And Father was like, I do believe that that is the only thing that we need in order to return this church to its former glory. I'm sorry, Irina. I couldn't offer you protection for this time of being. But seeing a son of the morning Lord, gestures at you, Samuel, from outside this realm. And he notices that your garbs are old school. and he might ascertain that you might be from a different time. You must be heaven sent. Will you help us?
Of course, Father, but do you have any suspicions who might have stolen the bowls?
Actually, I remember telling a servant here, my boy, my altar boy, his name is Yaska. I told him about the story a few days ago. I do not believe that this boy stole the bones, but Yaska might have told another person.
Okay.
I actually confronted Yaska earlier today, and he started crying, and currently he's inside the confessional right now. He locked himself up, and I'm waiting for him to come out.
Can I, just general assessment of that truthfulness, not really
Yeah,
doubting pero sa story lang.
make it with advantage.
Yep. 9. Yep. 16. Ano ito siya? Perception?
Naka-addition.
Mm. Wala ba?
Wala. Zero.
Team.
Okay. So with that roll, yeah, he's obviously telling the truth.
Mm.
And he believes that that is the thing that will really keep Strahd from entering this place. Or probably protecting. Yeah, that if you're looking for hope for Irina, it might be one thing.
If we will be able to find that bones, Father, are you willing to give it to us? Or does it have to be housed within the church?
I do believe that since this is the chapel of Saint Andrew, it needs to stay here.
Okay, then we are travelers, Father, and we'll try to find some clues. Can we start with Yaska?
You could talk to him. He's in the confessional.
Who's with him?
He's alone. Kada bitaw sa ang confessional, the old style confessional wherein it's a wooden confessional area wherein there is a central pew, there's a central room for the priest, and then there are two two places where people could go in to confess their sins.
And then mag-segue lang Father, regarding our earlier, are you able to house the children in the orphanage?
Oh yes, I noticed that you have children with you. Yes, I do. Miss Claudia, who's the head of the orphanage, a few blocks from here, she houses children with her. One of my servant boys, Miliboj, does actually work there. And yes, that's another problem. He hasn't returned for 3 days now.
So is that a recent thing that children are missing recently, or
Not children are not missing. People are.
people are missing?
People are missing. But I think it's a common notion in town, missing people because of malicious sadness.
Okay. So we'll turn them over. Then we'll go to Yaska and the confessional.
Please do not tell anyone about this. If you tell the town that the bones of Saint Andrew are missing, it will be a huge catastrophe. That's why I only called you servants the morning Lord.
We shall
Fellow devout followers.
our mouth sealed currently.
Okay.
You have my promise, Father.
Okay, so you go out of his office, and yes, you see Ozzy comforting. There's a woman crying inconsolably on Ozzy's arms, with Tanuki beside them.
And Father Lucian's friend. I'm Father Lucian's friend. And he has sent me inside to be able to discuss with, to be able to ask you something happened 3 nights ago.
My brother told me to keep a secret. Is it bad to say to someone else a secret that you keep with your brother? And then the father told me to tell the secret, so I don't know what to do. Am I going to hell?
No one goes to hell by telling secrets, child. If that is the rule, then everyone else will go to hell. Because
So all the secrets, I need to say all the secrets?
no, if it would be harmful to someone or to yourself, you have to be honest.
But my brother did this bad thing because
Well, to start, what did your brother do, dear child? Don't worry.
he told me to not say it to Father Lucian, but since you're a different person, then I'm going to say it, right?
Yes, you can trust me.
Okay. Well, my brother needed to. Someone told my brother to get the bones from under the altar
Okay,
so that he could sell the bones and use the bones to help the orphanage.
wait lang. Brother, to get the bones so that it is sold to help her.
A different person. Someone else. Someone asked my brother to get the bones from the altar. My brother works here. We both work here, me and my brother. My brother is Milivoch. And he told me not to tell father. And my brother hasn't returned for 3 days.
And he told this to Father Lucian, right?
No, I didn't say it because he needed the money. We need the money to help the orphan.
Who told you to that person told your brother that the money will be used for the orphanage?
No, he said he will get the bones in exchange for money.
And did your brother get
He got the bones. I don't know what happened next. He didn't return.
And then you need to tell father of this story because who knows, he might be able to help to locate your brother.
Do you promise I'm not going to hell if I tell the father?
You will be punished by father, but you will not be sent to hell. Don't worry.
Okay, so after this conversation, a little boy came out of a confessional and I need to show his picture. Yeah, this is Yeska. So this is the little boy. Yeah. So this little boy comes out, red eyes, and he hugged the father, Lucian, as he come out, and he's like, I'm sorry, father, I didn't say the truth. Milivoch stole it. You gain 1 coin by the way. Milivoch got the bones from the altar in order to use it for the orphanage. And Lucian was like, it's okay, child, it's okay. Can you do something? Father Lucian looks at you and can you do something about this? You cannot leave the church.
Something about the bone?
Can you try to find the bones for me?
Yes, but we cannot promise a timeline, father, because there's we still need to find, based on Elska's stories, there was a person who ordered Milivoj to get the bones, and we don't have any leads right now because I asked Elska, did you see this man that
No,
talked to
it's
your
just
brother?
my brother told me not to say it because we need the money for the orphanage.
Did your brother say something where they would meet? Where will he give the
No,
bones?
he didn't say anything. But my brother does work in the orphanage. Maybe Miss Claudia knows something.
So it's probably in the orphanage then. Ay, wait lang. So sa orphanage sila then go work as sa church.
Ah.
Okay.
Si Milivoj, father said actually Milivoj and Yeska are products of the orphanage. But nowadays they stay here in the chapel helping me.
Are they real brothers or they're just brothers from the same orphanage?
They're brothers from another mother. Brothers from another mother, yeah.
Okay, Berg, I tell Father that I will investigate that when we come back.
Well, if that's the case, if Millivon is doing this for the orphanage, he's really got a good heart.
Yeah, I think they're just innocent victims of very
Someone probably strong.
we don't know, probably Father or follower.
I do not say it to anyone else, but I do not believe that happiness, the thing that the mayor wants, would really drive Strahd away. I do believe Strahd is stronger than that. He's just toying with us.
Yeah, knowing his personality, Father, he might just be bored,
Yes.
soiling everyone.
So please, if this is the only thing that keeps our city or this church from being attacked, please return it as soon as possible. For the love of Latander.
Yes, Father,
For the love of God.
I pat his shoulder, then I will do my best as a Thunder soldier to do this task.
Okay. So yeah, Father takes Yaska by the hand and let's talk. Thank you so much. He returns, you and Irina return back to the party, and Father Lucian talks to everyone, and please do take care. Thank you so much for your time here in church.
You did us a good favor, Father, for taking in those children.
Yes,
We'll also try to do our best to do good to you.
just approach Miss Claudia and just tell her.
We have a companion father who might ask something of you. I gesture the professor.
Yes, the professor was like, yes, I have a couple of questions for learning and scientific knowledge. Yes, can we talk in private, Father?
And then also mention that Irina will stay here.
For now?
Di ba? Where sila sa professor magbali-bali.
Yeah. Irina will take the children. How about the children?
Where,
For now.
di ba, they will be taken by the staff.
In the orphanage. Are you headed to the orphanage after this?
Bansa na ako I will accompany first, no? Si Ozzy.
Ah, okay.
Well, I'll try to stop by the orphanage at night when we...
Ah, so they will stay here in church chapel for now. Okay. Okay, so for now, the professor, Irina, and the children will stay here in the chapel with Father Lukovich. And you will go somewhere and then stop by here to pick them up again. Drop them to the orphanage, am I right? And then go back to the blue one. Okay.
If everyone agrees.
How about Tanuki? Would you like to come with them or are you going somewhere else? They are planning to go out of town. They're planning to go out of town to go to the Vistanis.
Okay.
Contra?
I'll go with
Come on, you can split up if you want. So currently, ang mawala sa party is si Professor and si Irina and the children. So ang nabilin is Samuel, Maki, Ozzy, and Tanuk. It depends on you. If you want to split up the party, pwede Ozzy, Maki, and Samuel could go somewhere unless you want to go anywhere else, Tanuki. Or do you want to go Tanuki? Mobile sa party or mag-split up mo? Or Ozzy, do you want to go somewhere? Or does Maki want to go somewhere? While you guys go to...
Maki is curious to see Hella
Okay.
because Ozzy would not shut up about her.
I think I will go sa toy maker, sa Binsky na lang.
Okay, so you are going to Blinsky while they go out of town. Okay. Okay. Sige, for now, who will be the first? So the party will be split into two. Tanuki will probably stay for a while with the professor, while Samuel, Ozzy, and Maki go outside of town.
Yeah, I'm going first.
Okay.
Very anxious.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sorry, Hakan, I didn't hear it. What did you say?
Okay. I'm leading the pack as I'm very anxious to see Hella.
Okay, so this is a 2 hour trek going outside of town. So currently it's probably at around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Um, yeah, so the goal is to travel mga 3 p.m., come back by 5 or 6 at around before dusk. Let's just pray that you don't roll poorly. Okay. Asa man ka mag-start? So, kinsa na party? Party A or party B? Party Tanuki or party Ozzy? You say first, not to role play.
Party tanong kinasa.
Okay, party Tanuki. Tanuki, it's they'll be leaving. They'll be gone for 2 hours. So you have no, probably 4 hours. Can why not 5?
Okay,
So
or
you have time to go around town. So good sa tawid Tanuki. There's so much happening. Okay. Okay, so you come from the church, diba? Tanuki goes out of town. Tanuki, kindly roll a d20.
$18.
Okay, you hear people around town talking. There, you hear a little boy and an old man talking, and Daddy, can you talk about the Mad Mage? And then the old guy was like, actually, there has no recent sightings of the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. Actually, based on legends or based on stories, folks used to see him skulking along the north shore of Lake Zarovich. He's actually shooting lightning bolts into water to kill the fish. And then I think at this time, Tanuki remembers Maki say something about seeing light across the lake. And so that's it. So that's what Tanuki hears. Okay, so as Tanuki moves forward, he crosses, he sees a couple of buildings, typical Barrovia, Vallakian houses, see people walking around. People don't really take notice of you because you're humanoid. You see you see a couple of like a flock of ravens fly from Blue Water Inn, headed west. So you see a flock of ravens flying, and then you turn right. So based on the directions that was given to you, you are brought this toy shop. You are now in front of Blinsky's toy. I will show you the picture of a store, the store of Blinsky. So actually, you take seriously, hindi Tanuki ba ang Blinsky art. This started when he was still in Murder House, when he started to see toys made by Blinsky. So this is the Blinsky's toys. In front, ito ko sa Blinsky page. Yeah, You see this craft shop has dark entrance portico above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse um, with a B engraved on both sides, flanking the entrance. Are two arched, leaf framed windows. Through the dirty glass, you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." So what are you doing? So you see a couple of toys in front of a display case in a window.
I think I would like to use my keen smell if is there people ba sa
Within the shop, as you
shop?
peer through the window, there is nobody in the shop, but there is a shadow behind the counter, and it must be the store owner.
Okay, well, enter na lang.
You'll enter. So as you
Oh.
enter, a bell rings, like ding 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 ding. There's a bell ringing, and you see a big man, a burly man, and he's like, "Yoo-hoo, welcome to the shop." And he's like, "Welcome, friend, to the house of Blitzky, where happiness and smiles be brought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child of need of joy, a little toy for little girl or boy." So it seems like he rehearsed that line. Uh, yeah, so that was Blink. He looks at you and he smiles. "Hello, little boy. Do you want a toy?" So I will
Mm,
show you a picture of God of Blinsky. So this is God of Blinsky. So you see around his neck there is a little monkey with him. Bounce back. Okay, so this is God of Blinsky. Um, okay. Welcome to my shop. So
okay.
Blinsky is a heavy-set man who wears moth-eaten jester cap during store hours. So around his neck is a monkey that's wearing a tutu around its waist. So what are you looking for, my friend?
I just want to ask now regarding yeah, we're doing magic or like that.
Magic? I'm not a magician. I call myself a wizard of tiny wonders. So I don't really do a lot of magic, but I do believe that Barrovia brings magic to my toy. Why are you
Okay.
interested, friend?
Nothing. Do you know regarding sa Hearthstone? Wait.
Hearts?
Why you're bringing toys sa Barrovia? Barrovia ba to?
Why do I bring toys to Barovians? You're asking?
Oh,
Actually, my family used to make toys, really, in this town. Um, Actually, I'm quite sad right now because nobody really appreciates my toys. They think that it is weird, but I still do it because I get money from the burgomaster. He gives me a couple of gold pieces per month to make festival decoration. So this is my family thing. I do make toys for everyone. And I do think a lot of children likes it deep down. Around the shop, probably if you look around, makita ka a certain couple of things as you peer around the shop. So are you interested to buy my wares? Ooh.
okay. I will check down kung mga toys.
Okay, feel free to go around the shop and look for items. So as you go around the shop, please make a perception check.
Then, 13.
with the 13, the first thing that you see a headless doll. It comes with a sack of attachable heads. So, ang doll kay pwede nyo tangtangan ng head, including one of which ang eyes kay mouth stitched shut. The eyes and the mouth are so what siya, it's a doll that you can remove the head and then mag reattach it like another monster head. But it all looks gruesome, or it's ugly and weird. And then another thing, you see a wooden nesting dolls. You see, kabalo ka na Russian doll with on a stack of doll. So at first, kay humanoid pa, at first it's still a human, and then it slowly turns into a dead corpse, and then ang pinaka-last dayon na doll kay mahimong mummy. A mummified doll. And then, a curious thing that you could see within the shop, you see a familiar doll. But it's not Muriel, the doll that you saw before. It's a doll that actually resembles Irina Poliana. It has the face, the body, not the attire, but the face, the hair of Irina Poliana. So probably that's the most interesting thing that you see within the doll. As in, you see an exact replica of Irina Poliana, but kato lang, iyang attire kay she's wearing a dress. So parang Irina Poliana Barbie.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait now. What's a cup? Okay, where did you get like copies pa na doll? Look alike.
You show him the doll.
Oh, kanang murag Irina?
Irina Poliana na doll. Are you going to show Blitzky?
Oh.
Oh, I'm very sorry, my friend, but that is not for sale. Actually, that doll is commissioned by someone, so it's specifically made for someone in town. I'm not allowed to sell that to you, friend. I'm very sorry.
Okay.
Actually, that's how I get most of my money. This man always buys dolls that I make, but he wants it to make an exact replica of someone. I don't really know who this person is, but he asks me to make these details as specific as possible.
Okay. I have nothing to ask now. Wait lang.
Are you a traveler?
Hearthstone?
Sorry?
Do you know about Hearthstone?
Are you going to show it?
No, ask no question.
The Hearthstone? What Hearthstone? I could make Hearthstone toys. Can you make a persuasion check for him?
9. Wait lang. Persuade. 9.
With a 9, I rolled low roll. Actually, what you're saying, I know is a magical item, but we humans do not really bring heartstones. Heartstones are brought by hags. Hags bring heartstones. You want heartstone? You get heartstone from hag. It's magical. They say it could grant wishes if you want. You're really interested with that doll. You could commission me to make one for you.
Okay, wait, I'm thinking.
You want me to make this doll for you?
Yes. Wait. How much the doll?
Well, let's see, my friend. I could sell it to you with one gold piece only.
Okay, go.
Okay. You come back after one day. I will make this doll for you, okay?
Okay.
And by the way, friend, are you a traveler?
Yes.
Do you know Ravenloft?
A little bit.
Are you going to Ravenloft, my friend?
Yes.
Would you like a monkey? I could give
Huh?
you Piccolo. Would you like a monkey? He shows you the monkey. Would you like a monkey? I will give you Piccolo if you want.
The monkey? Oh, okay. Your pet
But
monkey?
do something for me, my friend. You need to go to Ravenloft in order to get me something, and I'll give you this monkey for free.
Okay. What is that? That's something you want.
Actually, I am a big fan of Mr. Von Weir. Von Weir, Bonweerg.
Bonnie. What's that? Toy Gapon.
I am actually, no, this is a person. I am actually a student of this great inventor and toy maker. His name is Fritz von Weir. There is a rumor, my friend, that this man is able to make a clockwork man, a human clockwork being. And this clockwork being lies somewhere in Ravenloft.
Okay.
If you could deliver this clockwork thing to me, I will give you Piccolo, my monkey. It will bring joy to my very small shop. More joy for girls and boys. And business have not been good for days. And the monkey companion is the only thing that I could offer you. I'm very sorry, my friend. Anyway, Piccolo has been very good to me, right, Piccolo? And then Piccolo punches him in the face. Actually, Piccolo was also brought to me by a traveler. I don't really own this monkey. He was also given to me. So, if you want Piccolo, please bring me this clockwork man from Ravenloft. If you bring him to me, I will give you Piccolo. Okay?
Okay. Wait. I'll try to use my skin smell again. If may arabang kanang weird smell like smell.
Good idea. I'll make perception check with advantage.
19. 22.
Flat check.
22. Oh.
Wow. Okay. With the 19 flat check, this is not the essence, the shifter essence that you smelled, but the monkey. You smell probably, since Blinsky said that the owner of the monkey is not really the owner, the original owner of the monkey. The monkey is actually owned by someone else prior. The owner of the monkey must be within the Blue Water Inn, because the scent of the monkey smells like Blue Water Inn as well.
Okay, okay. Then I will go outside. Thank you.
Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, wala na ako na take na king sense ko. Okay. So, do you want to go anywhere else? Probably at this point, since you noted that the orphanage is just nearby Blinsky Toys, you notice that the orphanage is nearby, and probably you got a picture of it. So this orphanage is around 3 stories big. So it's actually big for an orphanage. And currently, all the windows are covered. Parang murag, if there's certain things as blinds in this world, it's closed so that nobody could peer inside the orphanage. So it kinda looks like Death House, but more torn and more not that extravagant. Okay, so do you want to do anything else for now?
None.
You don't want to visit anywhere else?
I think I will go back sa
Okay, so let's go back to the other party. So for the party of 3. So you start here. So for Ozzy, Samuel, and Irina, Irina, sorry, Maki, you go out in town again. And then can I ask someone, now it's Samuel's turn, can I ask you to roll a d20 for me?
Not 20.
Oh, so fitting. You hear kids talking. Or it's a crowd of kids talking. You know what? A dragon used to be in Barrovia. West of this town, they say there is a haunted mansion. Legend has it that a dragon died there long time ago. So that's what you hear.
I think a mental note.
Okay, so at this point you reach the gate, and then the guard was like, "Halt! Are you leaving?" He asks Ozzy.
Uh,
"Where are you
good
headed?"
afternoon. Yes, we will be heading out for a while, but we will be back before sundown.
Are you the guests that the mayor mentioned?
Yes,
Why,
you are.
yes.
Show them the crest of the Malkovin Raven crest.
Ah, you've been to the Blue Water Inn.
Yes, they have given us tasks to do some errands outside. I'm not technically lying. And we will be back before sundown.
Sundown. Well, I do hope you come back because when sundown sets, you're gonna have to stay the night outside.
Why is that? Sorry, forgive me for my ignorance. Is that a rule here?
We lock the gates at sunset.
Oh,
For you might have known, it's for safety purposes.
Yes, we understand.
Okay.
Then no.
Good luck to you. All is well, my friend.
All is well to you, dear. To also you website.
Okay.
What is it?
Open
Sesame.
the sunset gate. So the sunset gate starts open. Sunset. You were forgetting dawn. Sometimes it's the sunset gate. So the morning gate, the sunset gate, and the gate to the lake. Okay. So as the sunset gate opens, you find yourself. You see in front of you abandoned cottages line the roads along this gate. So as you walk at this area, you see houses, but it looks abandoned. All the houses beyond the gate looks abandoned. So as you move forward, you walk. Yeah, it's around probably let's just say it's around 2 hours travel by foot. Who's keeping vanguard, by the way? Who's in front? Who's in the middle? Who's at the back? Or are you? Sorry, Hakan.
I'm gonna be in front. Just power walking.
Okay, so brisk walking. At this time, it's still around 1-ish, so you feel sweaty and you feel hot, even though it's cold, even though it's foggy. So since it's daytime, so it's not that. At this road, I would say it took you around 45 minutes. And can you please roll a d20 for me?
Straight roll lang.
Yeah.
16.
16?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, you just see a couple of knights, Valakian knights, just walking along the road, and they casually just nod at you and look at you suspiciously. Apparently, it looks like they are just patrolling the area.
I say all is well.
All is well, my friend. All is well. And you hear them probably in a distance, and he's like, orcs. He's like, the only thing that you hear is orc. Like that. Oh my god. More racist than yung mga Valakians. Orcs. Okay. Are you going to take this trail going in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you veer from the path, and then you notice that at this point, it's not really a path, a walkway, but it's more of a trail. It's not. It's like a road less taken. But if anyone's proficient with survival amongst you, can you please survival roll now?
Nothing.
Proficiency, Maki.
Yeah.
Okay, kindly roll for Maki. Survival check.
She will survive. That's a 9.
With the 9. She wouldn't identify how long these tracks are, but she noticed wagon marks on this trail. So it feels like it's been used. Okay,
Maki
so
says this way.
okay, so you continue on this path. So this is around probably 20 minutes ahead from the 45 minutes walk.
Okay.
Everyone kindly roll a constitution check.
3.
3.
Flat 3.
Ozzy and Maki.
For Maki, it's 8. I know, 11. For Ozzy. Okay, for Ozzy, it's 21.
Okay. The fact that you rolled more than 10, it feels like Samuel is having a hard time traversing through the thick grass with his armor, with his armaments. Work heavy, but you still keep on with the time. So probably it's still around 1 hour and 20 minutes travel. So you're making time. You're about to enter this valley forest. And then as
Yeah.
you enter, I want someone to roll a d20 for me.
Rolls or back? Wala lang kan?
Yeah, wait.
Bad ako rolls.
Okay. 13. 1-3.
13.
Yes.
Last time you rolled a 13, you encountered Strahd. Okay. With a 13, as you enter this densely packed trees, it's dark and it feels like late afternoon na din pagsunod ninyo because due to the shadows that the trees made, you start to see orbs in the distance. Peering from the path on your left and on your right, you see a couple of orbs floating. Probably you count 5 or 6 orbs.
Does it look like torchlight?
The nearest is around 30 feet. It doesn't look like there is a torch a wooden stake attached to it. It's just floating in here. Just if you watch the Fantastic Beasts, where to find them. What do you call that? Katong murag black thing. But it's kat by Ezra Miller na. But it's
White lang.
white lang. It's white, but it's glowing. It's moving in the air. You could roll a history check, being a lore bard.
Oh, whistles. Current best.
18.
Yeah, with an 18, it's easy for you to identify. The fact that you're in Vallaki, it might be wisps. Or souls of the... Yeah, it might be lost souls. Don't do anything. You want to continue?
I salute them. I just go.
Okay. Wisps just maintain its composure. It's not doing it. It's just... you feel the sense that you're being watched at the moment. Okay. Now that you're at this part, Kindly make a perception check for everyone. Everyone, please make a perception check. Except for Tanuki.
13 for Ozzy. And 14 for Maki.
13 for Ozzy. 13 for
14
Ozzy,
for
14 for Maki, 16 for.
Yes.
The three of you might have noticed that, Ravens has been following you. It's up in the trees. You started noticing it the moment that you entered the forest. You thought that the ravens are just passing by, but it started to roost on trees, and then every time you move, it feels like they are moving with you.
Are they watching us?
Feels like it. You're being watched by ravens.
I point this out to the group. that
Yeah,
we're
everyone
being
notices this. I think Maki also notices it. But the ravens are about probably 60 feet above.
Do we continue?
Yeah. Can't shoot them. Okay, so you continue.
Yes.
You make this area at this point, it's still around 1 hour and 40 minutes. So it's around 2:40 in the afternoon. So I will show you what you see. This is also the artwork of James RPG Art. He's amazing. So this is what you see as you exit the woods. So the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing. A small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodworks and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hills, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surrounds a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out from a hole on the top. So the tent is brightly lit from within. Even at the distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from the central area. So around this hill, K9 houses, and at the top, you see a huge tent surrounded by a couple of horses and wagons.
Where should Mendo may hill lang siya?
It's a hill.
Walang anything.
It doesn't look like Hobbit hovels, but it's houses that's set around the hill.
So that's what is.
I will approach.
At this time, you see a couple of people walking around the area. So probably in this area, you see someone like looking at you as you approach the place. Oh, who are you? Who are you? Where are you? Why are you here?
I
Come
will come forward.
You'll come forward and
I try to remember ano sa tong name sa kan. Tong friend na ako sa tong Bistani camp sa Picas sa Barrovia.
Ng Madam Kwan.
No. The other one.
the guy,
Sa Barrovia.
the old man.
Yeah, was he her husband?
Ilang alan ka o si Kwan?
No, Madam Eva doesn't have a husband. He's just the guy who bathes her. he's just the guy who bathes her. And every
Ang
other
leader sa Vallaki caravan sa Picas. Kisa ganito? So, the elder man.
leaders of Vallaki caravan.
I mean, Vistani caravan.
You mean in the Churpools?
In Barrovia, yeah. Yeah, Cherpos, yeah.
Did you remember that? Wait, I forgot his name.
They're gonna move notes and
I
just
know,
Like,
one.
no?
Stanimir.
Stanimir, yeah, Stanimir.
Stanimir, yeah. Greetings. I am a friend of Stanimir. We are friends of Stanimir, and he told us that we could seek refuge in this camp.
Really, did he say that? Stanimir
Yes,
told that you could seek refuge here?
yes.
I'm
He
sorry,
told
but
us
he
that
didn't bring any notes or he didn't send any crows to us regarding your arrival.
uh I take out Juan, my tarot card from the tarot reading as a proof that I have actually come from their camp. It's the donjon, I believe.
Well, it's a card. It's a card of Madame Eva, but it's no proof that you didn't ransack the place and kill the people there.
True enough. But
What?
I will say,
How would I know that you are not the enemy?
uh, you
Show
will
them.
just have to take my word for it then.
What? Sorry, Samuel.
We're not some sort of killers or no. We
At
should.
this time, as he was talking to you, a couple more Vistanis approached you, like probably two women and another man. One guy was like holding a knife, like brandishing a knife on his chin, and then the woman was talking like whisperedly, and she approaches the tent as she sees you talking to that man.
I tell them we do not need to stay anywhere if you don't want us to, but I am looking for someone. And I have gathered information that she is here. Are you familiar with anyone named Hella? She is a tiefling woman, strong, carries a big sword on her back.
Make a make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please, because he doesn't trust you.
Sayang ang natural 20 ang isa kay 2, so it's 12.
I've heard of this person.
Was she here?
You wouldn't talk.
Is she still here?
He's not talking, and he's just smiling. I've heard of that person, and I'm sorry that person is not here anymore.
Is he telling the truth? Do you feel like he's telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Inside. 14.
Um, feels like of course, he is withholding knowledge. He's withholding knowledge, but he might be truthful, slightly truthful, and withholding a knowledge, withholding something.
Okay. At this point, I would like to talk to him. Please, I really need to find her. And with my words, I would like to cast Charm Person.
Oh, okay. Wait. There is another Vistani man with him, right? Are you doing it stealthily? Because Charm Person is an outright spell.
Yeah, it's like what do I need to do? Charm Person, it's verbal and somatic. So yeah, stealthily wave my hand behind my back, siguro.
Okay, make a stealth check. Not with it, just regular stealth check. Samuel, are you
Okay.
doing something?
Okay.
Just be the surrounding if there are more Vistanis that
Just
go.
just witnessing the shit show that's about to happen. It's a 16 for stealth.
Tell me if ma-perceive ka niya, because this is an outright spell. Okay, I
Yeah.
rolled a 2, so I guess it was It was stealthily done with your like very fast finger trick, and with your you just blurted out something. I need to save right for this.
Yes.
Charisma.
I think it's a wisdom save. Wait, let me double check. Wisdom save of wisdom save.
Of what? What's your
Uh,
saving throw? What's your saving DC? 30.
15.
15. Okay, so I rolled a 12 plus 2, so it's a 14. So you beat me by 1.
Yeah.
And at this point, like his eyes was medyo tagbo bitaw, is a bit perplexed with you, and as you talk to him in a charming manner, his eyes suddenly, okay, you sound very, it sounds, it sounds, you're sounding very persuasive. Uh, what do you want in this village? What do you want in our small hovel?
I just need to find her. That is all I ask. If she's
Ah,
here, to see her.
I do like that babe. She's such a nice person. Sorry, but the leader, our official leader, needed it. So she just left her sword here. I was
Left her sword.
She left her sword and she went to Ravenclaw.
She went to Ravenloft.
Yes. She
When,
went
when
to
did it happen?
she went out to our de facto leader, Strahd. Strahd took a liking to her personality. There's something about that woman.
When did this happen, if I may ask?
2 nights ago.
That's all. Is it okay if I take her sword with me?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, but the sword is with our leader. If you want to talk to him, I can lead you to him.
If it's not much trouble, yes.
In the background, like you're here at this point. You see the I don't know the hill.
Yeah.
I see the hill. So you were talking at this area, and at this part in this house, you see a man standing quietly in front of the house. Um, he has an angular features with white flowing hair, and he looks like a ano. He doesn't look human. He looks elven. His skin is very pale. And as you started walking up towards this giant tent, the Vistani is leading you towards this giant tent. The man who's here at the house, in this house, started to go inside his house. He was just looking at you as you talk to them.
Did it seem familiar?
No, but he doesn't look human. He doesn't look Vistani. He is elven, and yeah, he's got elven features with dusty skin.
Okay.
So
I'll take note of that.
Probably Maki notices him, and Samuel as well because he wasn't talking to the Vistanis. Okay, so as you head towards the tent, piled outside the tent are wagons. There are several empty casks of wine from outside the tent. And then as you enter the tent, you hear cracks of whip, followed by howls of a young man. So every time there's a whip, someone screams, ah! Someone is hurt inside. And then
So this isn't anything like the Vistani camps Barrovia.
yeah, that's the other Vistani camp seems very inviting and happy. This Vistani camp is very different. You hear and you feel how dense, how heavy their parang more different ilang person. Three sputtering camp as you enter the tent. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke. And through the haze, you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. So they are drunk at this point. So it's still one, it's still two. Probably they've been partying all night, and the Vistanis that you spoke are probably the early risers from the party. Um, and then as you enter the tent, a barely conscious and shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. And then beside, so apparently that teenager is the one who's being whipped. Beside that are an older, larger man. He is wearing studded leather armor, lashes the young man with a house whip, causing him to scream again. Standing in a bigger man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. And he was like, "Easy, brother." He says the whip wielding brute. He says to the whip wielding brute, "Easy, brother." I think Alexi has learned his lesson. I will show you a picture of the two guys that's whipping. Um, the larger man who's whipping the younger dude. So this is him. So he's very brutish, with bigger body build compared to the other man. And then the other guy looks more thin, and he looks thinner and smaller than his older brother. And as you enter the tent, they both look at, and he's like, "Vala, who are these people?" They were looking for you, master. They're looking for you. They're actually looking for Hela. You need to talk to them. And he's like, "What in the world?" The younger man was like, the smaller brother was like, "What in the world? I already ordered you. Nobody is allowed to enter this tent." And yeah, apparently your charm is working. So this man approaches you, Ozzy. "What is your business? State your purpose."
Greetings. My name is Ozzy. I am actually a relative of Hela, and I've been looking for her because she's been missing for a while. And I was told that she passed through here, and I was just looking for her. And my new friend told me that she actually left her sword here, so I'm here to retrieve it and bring it back to her.
You're a friend of Hela?
Yeah.
What is your
Close.
relationship to that woman?
She's my. I will deceive him. We are very distant relatives.
Relatives? You're an orc. She's a tiefling. How could you be relatives?
How are birds related to other animals? We are all related under one light. But yes, we are distant relatives. We're one of us was adopted, but we grew up together, so we're actually very close.
Okay, make a deception check.
This is where my luck ends. Oh my god!
So as you're doing that, the bigger man continues to you see the bigger man continue to whip the younger man who's wrapped in the pole at the back, and another whip like whoosh. It's like
Okay,
and I'm like, and the other guy's like, "Luvash, I told you to stop. Stop. Alexi already learned his lesson." Alexi was like, "No, I deserve this. I deserve this."
I rolled an 18 for deception.
Okay. So what if you're brother or sister? What do I care?
What do you need? For the
What do you
sword.
need? Wait, does Stacy still have the stats of her sword before her previous character?
I think it's just a great sword, Ramon.
Yeah, it's a great sword. It's a dark grey sword with jagged edges, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
It's
like
not
that.
magical or anything. It's just
It's not magical.
yeah. It's a great sword
Okay.
sa ilang rag, yang old na tribe.
Well, my
Yang
contract doesn't really need the sword, that's why I confiscated this. And my contract just needed Hela. If you want this sword, you have to do something for us in return. That's what Bistanis do.
sure, name your price or whatever that needs to be done.
Okay, if it's gonna help us, then so be it. Actually, there is a reason why my brother has been whipping this guy, this bumbling idiot behind me. A few days
Why is that?
ago, her daughter went missing. Her name is Arabelle. She's actually a 7-year-old girl who vanished. She's been gone for about 2 days now, and that's why this camp is a bit. There's not much people in camp because everybody's been searching for my niece. If you could find my niece in some way, I will give you the sword. Better yet, if you also give us a cask of wine, then I might give more incentive to you.
A cask of wine.
Yeah, we like to drink. We're Vistani. It's our thing.
As a matter of fact, I think our objectives align because we are also sent to get uh, wine, and I'd be happy to deliver a cask here.
Oh, who sent you?
I'm not in liberty to share it, client uh, confidentiality and all, but I'm sure I can get you a cask for this great sword. Is it a deal?
Well, maybe more. If you get me cask of wine and Arabelle, I'm gonna give you sword and probably benefits. So we'll see what you produce.
Okay, I don't want to know what the price is. Just surprise me.
Is that okay with you, brother? And Lubash was like, yes, he does that. I might give you gold.
Annabelle is the daughter sa leader.
Arabelle is the daughter of Lubash, but the one that you're talking to is the leader. So Arabelle is the father of the leader's brother.
I see.
Arabelle is the daughter of the leader's. Yeah, I think you get it.
And I say, you know what? That's a good deal. We bring you wine, we do something good, and you give me the sword and whatever you deem worthy of our efforts. And I think that's a good deal. Don't you think, Samuel?
Yeah.
Lucky? Yeah.
Do you have any leads where Arabelle will see?
Uh, Actually, that little girl is actually a very. She's a very adventurous little kid, and she really thinks highly of herself being the study born. She might be around Vallaki area, hopefully near the lake. I hope she's just. I actually asked someone to go to that abandoned bastion down the road. Uh, Maybe there or maybe near the lake. I'm not sure. There is a
Consider,
small castle nearby. What?
consider it done.
Okay.
I extend my hand to shake his, if you will see it. A
Okay.
gentleman's agreement.
He shakes your hand. He's got a very tight grip, and you see a lot of scars everywhere. He's got scars everywhere. It feels like he's he's a very dexterous person and very strong person. Well, if that's the case, I will give my contact praises about you. I've heard about you.
Who's your contact?
I'm sorry, but I don't really tell people about the contacts that I carry, just as you. Whoever you're doing business with, you don't tell me. So I'm not going to tell you all as well who I'm in business with.
Say it close to your chest. I like that.
You could make an insight check if you want.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know anything. It's just 7.
It's just 7. Whatever you're thinking, probably that's it. Okay,
Yeah,
so goodbye. Goodbye then. See you later.
I gestured to Lubach. Don't worry. We will bring your daughter back.
Lubash just nods in agreement. You do that.
Then we head out. Then I talk to Samuel. Is it okay if we stop by this house before we head out? The Elven house.
Kung nice look guy.
Yeah, the houses around.
Yeah, we could also look for
So this house,
But I asked the one I charmed is still there, diba? Is together with us.
yeah, he's like waiting for you outside. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, friend, how did it go? Did you get what you want?
No, but I hope that we could get it. We could do. Yeah.
You must be
Uh,
very awesome to be able to talk to Aregal that way. He's a very stern Vestani leader.
Yeah. It's like he demanded authority, and
He
he.
does.
Yeah.
He keeps us well. Apparently, we might be the best Vistani here in Barrovia, other than Madame Eva.
I wanted to ask who lives in that house over there.
Yeah, that house that is owned by Casimir Veliko. He's actually the leader of the Dusk Elves. You see, this used to be a settlement of Dusk Elves before we entered. We intervened. We made a cap. Nowadays, we Vistani took over, and they are under our rule.
I see. Is it okay to speak with him?
Well, go on, go ahead. They can't do anything. They're too powerless from the Vistanis.
I nod Samuel. I think you should take charge of this. But I tell him we only have an hour, so we should make it fast.
It's around 3 o'clock now. Probably 2:45.
Should
So
we
you
just
go
head, or
down.
do you?
You go to the house.
Yeah, I asked Samuel, should we just head back, or do you want to speak to this person?
it's for a while lang. Pwede mo siya.
Okay.
Okay.
Pwede na kayo.
Actually, I'm about to end this last kind of discussion. Yeah. So as you go towards the hovel, standing you notice outside as you go outside the tent, you notice the man standing again in front of the house, bathed in warm light of its lanterns.
I say greetings.
He looks at you and he's like, "Good afternoon. Hello. All is well. My name is Casimir Valet.
All is well. How does he look? Does he look distraught? Does he look,
He looks
Proud.
like he's a dust elf. Okay, so this man is in front of you. He is Casimir Valico. He's like, would you like to enter, or I could like just talk to you here? Are you in a hurry?
Yeah,
Are you in a hurry?
we're not expecting a very lengthy conversation. So
What would you like? Why were you talking to the elves? To the Vistans?
my friend here was looking for someone.
Wala naman. Nilakaw naman ang kwan, no? Ang kauban na mo.
Yeah, he yatod Ramos in front of the house and went back.
Okay. So yeah, I tell him, have you seen a tiefling woman here before? The leader said that she went to Ravenloft, but I'm not very sure that that was actually the case.
He's been very forthright. He's like, "Are you with Strahd?"
Um, wala anyone para.
Nobody. He actually looks around before he said it. Are you with Strahd?
No, we're not. We're far
We are
from
on
it.
our own.
Don't
You're
say to
not really.
anyone.
I'm not really sure with the intent of the friend that you carry, meaning Hela. Um, I'm not really sure if she's with Strahd or not, but she was requested to visit Strahd himself.
Did she willingly go or was she forced to go?
It seems like she's willingly going. She just went there. She was actually picked up by the carriage of Strahd 2 days ago.
I I talk to Samuel. It seems that there's something off because she will never go anywhere without her sword. Her sword
But
was the last remnant of her tribe, where she was. Well, it's a very long story, but she would not part with her sword. So I don't know what really happened here, but I don't know if she was 100% willingly went to the Ravenloft castle or maybe she was abducted, but I will get to the bottom of that.
Well, I
However,
do hope
Casimir,
if you're actually you're against Strahd, right?
not really.
uh,
If it gets to that, then maybe, but trying
we're not
Well,
with him. That you need to know.
if you're intent on destroying this person, please return to me. And I might tell you something more.
Why are you in the presence of you're against Strahd? Why are you in the presence living with the people who worships him?
Well, some people doesn't have choices. We don't have choices. Me and my
What can
people
you
have been slaves for a while now.
What can you tell us about Strahd?
What I can say is he's a cruel man. The only way to be happy is to be rid of him.
Wow.
He seems forthright. And it feels like he's been through a lot. He looks distraught and he looks tired and he looks hopeless.
Do you stay here all the time when we want to find you, or
Yes, return to me if you are intent on killing this man, this abomination.
we shall see? Jose, do you have any other
I lay my hand on his shoulder and say, I know this sounds like a mockery, but I mean this when I say all will be well. And
Yeah, probably you see a sign of like relief in his face, like a glint of hope in his face that you are reassuring him. And
I,
see you again, my friend. He opens the door behind him and safe travels. Please leave while it's still daylight.
yeah, we shall make haste and go back to Vallaki.
thank you for your time.
Okay.
And yeah, we double speed back.
Okay, so make a constitution check. Let's see if you get back. And then last D20 roll.
Or me,
Constitution and then D20 roll.
17.
for Maki is 14. For me is 18.
17, 19 ako host eh. Ang constitution is 17.
Okay. Let's just say na at this point, as you return, it's still around 3 something. So as you return, you notice that the ravens didn't go out of the clearing. So kung this is the hill. The ravens just stayed on the trees around the hill, waiting for you, beckoning you to come back.
Strange.
Wala
And
pa man,
with
has it been an hour since nakaabot mi sa kon? Bistanic camp? Wala pa.
you arrived at around 2 something. You left at around 3:30.
So, wala pa nag 1 hour paghawa ng
Arrived 2:45. Let's say you stayed there for around 30 minutes, so it's around 3:30. You're about to go back.
Okay, 30 minutes lang. Okay, the charm person is
Oh no! The
so
charm.
1 hour man na ano. 1 hour ang duration niya. But ano ni? When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you, so it's gonna be
I don't take note, Hakan. I remember that when you charm a person, the person will know that he's been charmed after an hour.
yeah.
We'll see
After
what
an
the
hour.
repercussion it does to the count.
Yeah, we'll see. If pag balik me with Arabella, maybe it might might be good.
So yeah, the ravens are beckoning you back to the woods, and it seems like they are with you. Again, across the Vallaki woods, you don't see the mist, the wisps anymore as it went back, and you arrive at the Vallaki
Suddenly.
at the Sunset Gate without any issue.
So we are able to enter.
The guards was like, "You're fast. They're about to close in 15 minutes."
They weren't hired by the family, the blue in. If you weren't that, they were very good. They wouldn't be
You
hired.
are a funny man. You are a funny man. Yeah, I guess you might be good travelers. I guess this is. I will report this to the mayor, by the way, that you entered at this time.
Yes, all will be well. My
All will be well. All will be well. All will be well. All.
Alice.
Kapoy na bitaw. Kapoy na ko. So anyway, as you enter the Sunset Gate without any battle or any combat, so you were able to go back to Vallaki safely. So that's where we're going to end our session tonight. So it's just info dump for tonight. And I'm sorry, info dump bra. Okay na sa inyo. Nag-prepare bitong battle, pero yeah, I'd rather battle with the full party.
It was nice, man.
Pero yeah, good job. May na lang nabasa na first read na ko siya. Ang story ni Lovash at ni Ariel. Yeah, so much people ba? So many things happening.
Dagang game ng rock side mission rock.
Side quests.
Yeah,
And
side quest.
naka-visit si Tanuki ni Blinsky.
Sure.
I hope you enjoyed this game.
Yeah, it was expo dump in a
At least you learned a lot about Vallaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end the recording now, so I hope you like, subscribe, and follow me for more of Vallaki and more of Curse of Ravenloft, more of the NerdHerd. So thank you. Okay, bye. I'm going to turn off now. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Happy to malita mag-sort of happy padulungan ng 1 year man yung game, no?
Better from the next one.
Mid of the year. So, happy to be a good.
Actually,
I can remember ko si EJ kay the serve check extension ato nga time or yan nga period.
EJ, unsa ka naman nag-start to dulaan ni na game? Episode 2 man ni si EJ nag-start.
Bro, second game na to.
Dili, unsa naman Unsa last year.
The syrup shake extension ato ka, remember?
Kadumdum ka?
To
August?
August?
I think.
July.
July
July.
ata.
Or
July.
yata.
Marag nag-death house may July.
Topic na gyapon.
August, August, dulat na August. And then September, ang murag official na online ka.
Topic na gyapon.
Wow. It's been almost a year.
Okay, teka, so last time ako to, halos sa akin, sa mate, two in a week. Taga,
Yeah, if mag-continue niyo, we could finish for probably this year or end of the month, end of months this year. Yeah, manata, paglibak siya.
sure ka lang, part siya sa process nito. Before mag-start, nasa yung person na libak ko. Nasa yung person na libak ko, okay na ka, na checklist na to siya.